Hey everybody, I'm Steve Carfino. This is The Wrap, and we're bringing you the results of the Molten Waratah League. We told you it was going to be an even competition this year, and man, didn't we mean it. We're bringing you the upset of the round that took place between the Newcastle Hunters and this year's defending champion, the Sydney Comets. 72-48. The Hunters gave them a towel, and they opened up big, and they continued it. They won every single quarter. Justin Hammond for the Hunters was enormous in that one. 28 points, 7 rebounds. That leaves Justin Hammond just 23 points shy of scoring 1,000 in the Molten Waratah League. The Norse Bears have started the season off a perfect 3 for 3 in the first 2 rounds of the Molten Waratah League. The Bears got an even, balanced scoring attack, but Nick Blair led them with 23 points. They needed it. They got off to a good start winning the first 2 quarters, but the Spiders came roaring back. Josh Chapman, 24 points and 10 rebounds, but it was a losing effort. In the local derby, the Sharks traveled down to the Gong and played the Illawarra Hawks. Both teams came into the match eager to get their season off the ground. The score was deadlocked after the first quarter. Then the Sharks were able to get their noses in front in the end of the second quarter before swimming away to get the lead. It was the Sharks with the bragging rights, defeating Illawarra 82-70. The rest of the weekend saw the home team winning all the games. Manly beat Maitland on the beach. Central Coast buried Bankstown Bruins thanks to Callum Jenkins. And Norse Balance Attack secured a 77-61 win on the rooftop. In Division I men's, the Tamworth Thunderbolts put some big numbers on the board, winning by over 60 points and sending a message out to the rest of the team that these guys can score and they're looking to get some more wins. The Suns need some inspiration. They've dropped their first 2 games and they're going to have to turn things around. Kyle Grupton and Luke Krug both scored over 20 points for the Thunderbolts in that massive win. The Canberra Gunners lived up to their nickname as they've scored over 90 points in their first 2 matches of the first 2 rounds. The Illawarra Hawks just couldn't keep pace with them. They were outscored in every single quarter. James Toohey was the man for the Gunners, scoring 20 points. While back in Sydney, the Sydney Uni Lions were able to get over the Sutherland Sharks 83-66. Other results around the league, the Waves, the Saints, the Tigers, and the Bears all got wins at home. The Crusaders were able to get a roadie over the Hunters, notching up their 2nd win of the season. The Bankstown Bruins had the long drive home back on the F3 after the Triple C Central Coast Crusaders put the clamps on them in the first quarter, allowing them only 6 points, and they were never able to claw all the way back. 4 Crusaders in double figures. The biggest damage was done by Tommy Akamami, 24 points for the Crusaders. Manly bounced back with a win against the Maitland Mustangs on the weekend. The Seagulls again going into overtime for the 2nd week in a row, but this time reigning victorious. In remaining games, the Comets scraped a win over the Hunters, and the Inner West Bulls defeated the Norse Bears. In the Battle of the West, Penrith Panthers were also able to snatch victory away from the undefeated Blacktown Storm. In Division I Youth Women's, it's the Norse Bears who have established themselves as the dark horses this year after a less than average campaign in 2015. They have gotten out of the gates, winning their first 2 games of the first 2 rounds. Christian Versell was the best player for the Bears, scoring 15 points. In a low-scoring affair, the Penrith Panthers were able to secure the win over the Hills Hornets at home. The Penrith Panthers losing just 1 quarter in that game and were able to defeat the Hornets by 16 points. Emily Potts proving the best player on court, 14 points. In other matches for the ladies, 2 teams cracked the 100-point mark, while the Comets were able to get the win over Newcastle Hunters in another close match. The Scorchers from Springwood were not able to keep the fire going against the Manly Seagulls, had to travel all the way to Manly and got their hats handed to them, 104-50. In the game, Big Brother versus Little Brother, Sunday saw the Lions and the Spiders go at it at Sydney Uni. The Lions were able to bounce back after a loss to the Hornets on Saturday afternoon, but fought back in a tight battle to secure the win. While in the other clashes on the weekend, the Penrith Panthers picked up a roadie against the St. George Saints. Thanks to our good friends at mvponline.com.au, here are the nominations for this week's round 2. For the men's, Justin Hammond was a cut above the rest on the weekend, scoring a total of 28 points in the Newcastle Hunters victory. For the youth division, Penrith's Adam Luca was outstanding for his side, scoring 26 points. For the ladies, no one could come close to the Sutherland Sharks player Madeline Norris. She scored 41 points in the Sharkies' victory, while Charlie Evans from the Triple C also had a stellar weekend with 25 points. Make sure you get your votes in via commenting below, and thanks to our good friends at mvponline.com.au. And because of them, we are going to get a man and a woman winning a tremendous merchandise pack. My quote for this week is, "Are your habits of today on par with your dreams of tomorrow?" See you next week.